Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today is another episode of Cooking with Tia, and let me show you guys how to make baked macaroni and cheese. Baked macaroni and cheese is a staple. It should be on your table almost every holiday. And if you want to learn the best, most tastiest, delicious way to make it and have your family wondering, oh my goodness, who taught her how to make this? Then you need to continue watching. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure that you hit that subscribe button right now. And also don't forget to turn on that little post notifications bell so you're notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Also don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and keep up with me on all of my social medias, and also comment below some more things you want to learn how to make. I am so down to show you guys how, and let's get in. So let's get started. So I like to first use a box of macaroni, of course, and with a pound box you're only going to need about half the box. It depends on how big of a pan you're making, but a normal size pan you only need about half the box of macaroni. And you want to boil it honestly under al dente, because remember your noodles are going to cook while it's in the oven as well. So make sure you boil your noodles under al dente. So let's get into the cheeses I like to use. So I use about 5 different cheeses. I like to use a nice sharp cheddar. I like to use a jack cheese. I like to use a smoked cheese. I like to use a little Parmesan, a little mozzarella. I like to use several different cheeses. Use the cheeses that you like, but definitely using a good sharp cheddar is going to be perfect for a mac and cheese. So today to cook the mac and cheese, I'll be using the Always pan by Our Place. This pot is honestly amazing, and you guys are about to see how. One, I made the noodles in the pan, but let's get into it. So you want to take some butter, you want to melt that butter down, and once that butter gets melted down, you want to go ahead and take some flour, and you want to whisk that flour into that butter so that it gets a nice even coating once it's all fully mixed in together. So once your flour is fully mixed in, you want to go ahead and add in some milk. For a normal size pan, I think about 2 cups of milk is going to be just fine for your mac and cheese. So you want to go ahead and stir in that flour, butter, and milk mixture. Stir it in really well. Stirring here to make mac and cheese is also going to be another labor of love, because you'll be sitting here stirring and stirring and stirring. But it's important because you want to make sure that everything blends in smoothly with your mac and cheese. So you want to go ahead and while that's heating up, just stir it very well. So for your mac and cheese to be flavored, you want to go ahead and season it. I like to use simple ingredients like black pepper, salt, paprika, garlic. Season it up, you guys. Add whatever spices that you would like. Onion powder, whatever, add it into the mac and cheese, because all it is going to do is make it nice and flavorful. So once you add in your seasonings, you want to go ahead and add in half of your cheese that you grated, because the other half will be going on top at the end. So once you do that, you want to go ahead, mix everything in, and then let your mixture start to come to a boil, and then begin to add in your noodles to your sauce mixture that you made. You don't necessarily have to do this step. You could just pour your sauce on top of the noodles, but because I'm making everything in this one pan, it just made more sense to add the noodles into the sauce mixture. And go ahead and add a little bit of noodles at a time. Doing that is going to ensure that you don't add too many noodles into your pasta, because you want to have a nice balance of pasta and the sauce mixture for your mac and cheese. You don't want it to be an overbalance of either one. So just make sure you add a little bit of noodles at a time. And then you want to go ahead and add your cheese on top. And make sure your pasta is fully covered with cheese, and you can just garnish your top with a little bit of paprika, some parsley, just to make it really nice and cute and decorative. And then you want to go ahead, have your oven already preheated to 375, and put your mac and cheese in that oven to let it bake. And as you can see, guys, that Always pot is going into the oven. It can go into the oven. It not only cooks stovetop, but it also works in the oven. So after about a half hour, your mac and cheese should be ready, okay? If you followed what I said, your mac and cheese will be ready in about a half hour. Look at it bubbling, look at that cheese bubbling, and if you want it to be a little bit more crispy on the top, you could broil it for a little bit like I did. And then you guys, your mac and cheese is ready. You're gonna get that nice cheese pull that you're looking for. It's gonna be so delicious, so flavorful. And you do, after the oven, want to let your mac and cheese set for a little bit, so just let it sit once it does come out of the oven. But you're gonna have some delicious mac and cheese, you guys. And if you guys could see, I've been mixing around this mac and cheese a lot. Not only does that pot work in and out of the oven, but it's also non-stick. Like, none of that mac and cheese is sticking to the pot. So I'm just happy with the Our Place pots and pan sets. So also, you guys, this is what I made with the mac and cheese. I made some oven roasted chicken and also some asparagus to go with it. And this is how everything looked. It was absolutely delicious. So the mac and cheese turned out absolutely amazing, and you guys, I got to use the amazing Our Place all-in-one pot, and literally I was able to make the whole entire mac and cheese all in just one pot. So if you guys want to check out Our Place, you can go ahead and do that. But yeah, it turned out so good. You guys are absolutely gonna love this recipe when you try it. Make sure that you put in the comments below if you do try it, and let me know how it turned out for you. Love you, beauties. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.